Yo, what's going on, good people? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy LLB. I hope you're all having a really great day. We finally hit 50k subscribers, so I just wanted to say a massive thank you before we get into this one. It's been a long journey. None of this would have been possible if it wasn't for you guys just showing support. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a huge thank you. Honestly, man, it means so much. But yeah, the big giveaway is going to be on the way. I just need to arrange a few things before I can fully announce it. But yeah, I'm going to be giving away some good software and hardware for this next one. So yeah, it's going to be a big one this time. But yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be dropping some gems melody related. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make those really nice sort of ambient but full sounding melodies. Melodies are just like leave loads and loads of space for vocals, so like perfect for placements basically. So yeah, I've just got this really nice sample that I cooked up. Sounds like this. I'm going to break that down, remake it, show you all the effects, show you everything, and then go ahead and finish this thing by adding some drums. Yeah, let's get into this one. Alright, so the first VST, and to be fair, I used this for quite a lot of the melody, was Analog Lab. So yeah, I came in with this preset called, where is it? Default Classic A. So EP kind of style, like a Rhodesy kind of sounding instrument. And just laid down these chords. So this is what the chords look like, and this is what they sound like. Okay, it looks kind of complicated, but at the base of it, it really isn't. There's not a whole lot going on here. I mainly use ninth chords here and then just like a diminished chord at the end just to give it some tension and release. So yeah, let me just go ahead and remake this real quick for you in a separate MIDI. So yeah, for your ninth chords, it's pretty easy to do. All you got to do is skip a ghost note, similar to like your basic triads, but you just keep going up. Start with our root note A because we're in A minor, and then skip a ghost note, insert a key, skip a ghost note, insert a key, same again. So there's like the chord right there. And the only reason why it looks a bit weird on the other MIDI is because I just transposed a few keys. I think for the first chord, all I did was just transpose the C up an octave, just so you got these two like notes kind of close to each other. Adds a bit more tension. Okay, sounds nice and vibey. And then the next chord followed the same logic. Just came in with a C7 chord this time. So instead of using 5 notes for the chord, we're just going to use 4. So we use C, skip a ghost note, E, skip a ghost note, G, skip a ghost note, and then B. And then similar to that last chord, we just transposed a couple of keys. I think I just transposed this C and put it up an octave. Kept the bass note in there, but yeah, just put another C up on top just to kind of keep this consistent. Okay, it sounds nice. So yeah, we just kind of followed that pattern. We just used those 2 chords throughout the whole thing. I just added a bit of rhythm, a little bit of chops and changes up right here. But the only different chord that we used right at the end was this one right here. This is a diminished chord. A diminished chord is just a nice way to add a bit of tension. The easy way to find one is just go into your stamps and then just find diminished right here. And then you can just literally click it in right there. So this is B diminished. So we're starting at B. And then again, we'll just skip a ghost note. No matter what key you're in, it's basically the next key up in that scale. So we're in A minor, the diminished chord is going to be B. So yeah, we got the diminished chord right there. And yeah, it just adds a nice bit of tension. So let's take a listen to that. It sounds nasty there, but right at the end of a bar, it sounds nice. So let me just put it here. Just sounds a bit weird, but it still fits in with the chord progression nicely. So that's it, that's all the chords in the chord progression. After that, we just came in with this nice little top melody. Okay, nothing crazy, just something nice and catchy to run along the top. After I had that foundation, then just came in with some effects. First one was halftime, just slows it down, so without halftime, it actually sounds like this. I think I started making this at a really slow tempo, so it actually sounded a bit nicer than that. But yeah, put the halftime on, then added some EQ, just took out some of the lows. There's like a nasty resonance right here, so I just cut that out. Then we added some compression, some tape saturation, some chorus with the Echo Boy, a little bit of panning with the Shaper Box, and then a bit of spring reverb right at the end. So yeah, all in it sounds like this now. All those effects just kind of bring it together, give it a bit of movement. That melody is basically playing throughout this whole loop. Once I was happy with it, I actually bounced this thing out and just played around with it. So this is what it sounds like after I bounced it out and messed around with it. Okay, so basically all I've done right here is just reverse the whole loop, chop it up whenever the next chord hits, and then just flip the chords around so that all the chords are still hitting at the same time as the original. See, that's basically all I did. And then the only thing extra that I did was just make a second version of that sample and pitch it up a whole octave. So now we've got some nice variation from the get-go. Now, the second thing we came in with was another instance of Analog Labs, and I just added a nice top line to this melody. Came in with the Fuzzy Roads preset from Layers Volume 1, that's from Loophole, so really nice expansion pack for Analog Lab. And yeah, this is what that sounds like. Okay, just repeating that second half as well. There's no need for me to remake this in a MIDI, but all we've done right here is started at the root note, which is A, and we've just kind of trickled down in a nice sort of like bouncy way. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't even think I actually added any effects to this sound. Put that together with the first section. Vibey. Now the next sound we came in with was just an atmospheric sound. Went straight back into that Loophole kit and used this glitter pad, ambient sort of pad sound. I don't think I added any effects to that either. It just sounded kind of nice out of the bag. So all we've done right here is take the top note of that A minor triad, just played that throughout the whole first bar, and then here I just added that 7th note, the G, just to finish it off and kind of bring it back around to A, because it's like sort of one semitone away. Just sit in the background. Even now it's sat in the background and it's kind of loud. And then the last actual like VST melodic sound that I added was the Mellotron. Came in with the Strawberry Flutes preset, just made a few tweaks in the amplitude envelope, added a bit of tape saturation, all that kind of stuff up here, messed around with the mechanics. And yeah, this is what that sounds like. So yeah, the thinking behind this was I was just playing the loop and I just thought something really simple would work. So again, I just kind of followed the logic of that other top melody, started at our root note and then kind of trickled down to E, which is our top note of the triad, and then ended on a G similar to that pad that we just heard. So everything kind of matches up nicely. And then yeah, you play that in context with the rest of the melody. Alright, and then the last two things that I did to this were just very subtle things just to give it some atmosphere and some like texture. First thing was this little rim loop that I found on Splice. Runs throughout the whole loop in the arrangement as well. The actual Splice sound was literally just called Rim. I think it was out of this dancehall kit, Foundations. I did a nice bandpass on it just to make it sit in just a nice little thin pocket in the mix, and then just a bit of subtle delay as well. Okay, so now it's just really sat in the background. Almost sounds like a heartbeat, you know, it's got that kind of like... And then one more thing that I pulled from Splice was just these two little female vocal chops. And you can barely even hear these in the loop, but they just added a little something to it. Yeah, when they come in and out, you can kind of just hear them, so it just adds a little bit of something to it. So yeah, pull everything back together, and we end up with the full loop, which sounds like this now. Alright, now I need to bounce this thing out, get this into a fresh project. My CPU's going crazy at the minute. It sounds okay now, it sounds kind of nice and vibey, but just wait until you hear what I did with this thing. So all I did was bounce this thing out as a whole, and I pitched it up 6 semitones, so it sounds like this now. Sounds kind of nasty, right? But wait until you hear the effects. So we just came in with some compression just to glue the whole thing together a bit nicer. Half time, bit of RC20, and a bit of EQ to cut out the nasty resonance. And now it sounds like this. Okay, we're getting there, but again, it's almost there, it's almost there. So listen to what happens when I hit reverse on this now. And it's vibey, so nice. So yeah, all those little things, all those little layers built up to make a really nice melody just by simply hitting that reverse, adding some sort of finishing touches with effects, really like transforms that melody into like a really, just into a really nice vibey one, man. So yeah, I'm happy with this right now. Let me go and save this loop, start up a fresh project, and then we'll add some drums to this, man, finish this thing off. Alright, so we got a loop in right here. Now, first thing I can hear with this melody, it's kind of slow, so I'm going to speed this thing up to like 160 BPM, something like that. Switch it to stretch, and then just bump up the tempo. Nice. Okay, let's go in with some drums. Alright, so I'm going to come into a new kit that I've been working on, Chambers kit. It's going to be dropping very soon. And if you're on my email list, make sure you keep an eye out because I'm going to be sending you guys some freebies real soon. Nice and simple. Okay, let's put some perks in. It's a nice little one right there. Okay, let's get a quick bounce in with the hi-hat. Yeah, just real simple. I might just like some very subtle chops here and there. So let's just switch this to a third step. And then I'm just going to chop the first one up like this. Maybe do like a really low one as well down here. Like that, fade them out as well. And I'm going to come into the actual hi-hat and then turn the cut itself off, because when these low ones hit, it's going to sound a bit nicer. Nice. Turn those down a bit, mess with the panning as well. Just put them over to this side, put these top ones over to this side. Yeah, that's it, I think. Let's go in with some low end now. Let's get an 808 in. Kind of like that one. Yeah, I might pitch this melody up a little bit more just because the bottom note's kind of not sitting very nicely. That's better. There we go. Okay, I can drop this back down a couple of semitones now. Okay, nice. Let's go in with a kick. I'm going to come into the hypnosis kit for the kick, because I haven't actually finished the kicks in this kit yet. It's got a nice bit of low end to it. I'm kind of thinking a busy kick would sound good with this. We've got that nice empty open melody, so we just want to kind of fill this thing up and really give it some nice bounce. So I'm just going to copy and paste the 808 pattern. Just bring it all down to C. By selecting all of them, just holding Alt and K. Okay, so I'm going to go for like that kind of Pierre Bourne kind of bounce. That bum, bumk, bum, 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 bumk, bum, bum, bum. And that's hard, that's literally hard as it is. I'm just going to keep that exactly the same in this second section. Yeah, I'm going to add some familiar sounds in as well, just to give this thing a bit more like trap style, you know, my kind of style. I think just like a nice little open hat as well. Yeah, zoop afterwards. Maybe not that. Maybe just a normal open hat instead. Well, that's kind of nice. Yeah, that's a beat right there, man. Nice. Back in. Really happy with how that beat turned out. That's probably like one of the loops that I spent the most time on recently, just really like paying attention to the detail. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed to the channel. It really does mean like a whole lot to me. So yeah, giveaways on the way, and make sure that if you've ever copped any kits, if you've ever entered your email in for anything, keep an eye on your inbox, because I'm going to be sending you some freebies real soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a really great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.